Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to talk all about my experience going to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab in Soho in New York City. My last trip to New York this past, I guess, winter, I went to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab and I had such a good time. So if you want to hear all about my experience and how I made this lippy, please keep watching. When I lived in New York, I always wanted to go to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab. I wanted to go with my friends from Sephora. I wanted to go with my mom, but we could never figure out a time for everybody's schedule. So I decided that when I was there, I had to go. And I actually think I was wearing the same shirt, funny enough. So I will leave the link down below to the actual website where you can reserve an appointment. It's best for you to make an appointment, especially if you are going on like a weekend or after people get off of work, or if you have a large group. So I did that. So when I first got there, I sat down with one of the, I don't know if they're called artists or scientists, because they kind of mix the product and make it. But I'll also be including clips in this video because I did kind of tape my whole experience. So when I got there, I sat down with the artist and I kind of told her what color I was looking for. It was between a pink and a coral, and this is what I chose. So before you even sit down, you're going to pick your formula. You can pick a sheer, you can pick matte. I got the matte one. You can pick, I'm not sure what other formulas they have, but basically all the formulas that Bite sells in their Sephora stores, you can get there at the Lip Lab. So I chose the matte one, and then you go to picking your color from the palette. Basically get to look at kind of a palette of all the base colors ranging from purples, greens, reds, pinks, nudes, any color you can possibly think of, and you kind of pick a shade range, and from there they mix your colors. So when I sat down, she gave me a mixture of, let's see, it was a lip scrub, a makeup remover, and then the agave lip mask. Now, one thing I want to tell you, because they are giving you all these products to apply before you apply the lippy, when you get home, your lipstick will look different. So when I applied this in store, it looked a lot more sheer and glossy, but that's because I had so many other products already on my lips. So keep that in mind. You might not exactly be in love with the lipstick when you're trying it on in the store, but when you get home and you get the actual real formula without any of the residue from the wipes or the agave lip mask, it will be in its truest form. She takes this little wax paper and she starts mixing the shades, and you basically can tell them whether you want it to be more white, more pink, more red, more orange, any variation, and they will mix it up. You get a little lip wand and you can test it out. After you have your perfect lip shade, you're going to go over to the kind of station where you're gonna mix your scent. Now, let me actually get my card, 1 second. So at the end, they give you this little card that has all the information on it. So after you get your shade, you're going to go over to the flavor center where you'll pick from, I think they had like mint, berry, mango, vanilla. They had about 10 choices and you can mix and match them. So I got winterberry and mint, and it smells so good. Yeah, it smells like fresh berries, kind of like a really nice stick of gum. But it just smells so good. So after you pick your flavor, they then mix that up with your formulation of lipstick, and mine ended up being half Sensen and half Zinfandel. Zinfandel is probably the red from Zinfandel wine, and the Sensen is probably more of the orange color. So after they mix your flavor in, they're going to whip up the mixture of lipstick and put it into a centrifuge, I believe is what it's called from my science days, and that is basically going to mix the actual formula, get it all really mixed well, and then they're going to pour it into the lipstick mold, which is comprised of 2 metal pieces with like little holes in them. They pour it in, so you have your bottom piece, you have your top piece, and then they put it on this kind of like a freezer, and that basically sets the lipstick. It makes it really, really cold, and that enables it to be in the stick form of lipstick. Now, while that's setting, that takes maybe 10 minutes. You get to pick your top, and the tops of Bite's lipsticks are modeled after how women or men wear down their lipsticks. So they have a curved one, they have this one, what else? I think the different lines in the Bite lipsticks actually have the different tops as well. But I picked this one because this is how I wear down my lipstick, because I am so OCD. Everything has to be flat and uniform. So you pick out your tube, and after it's finished cooling and solidifying and forming into the lipstick shape, they slide the tube on top and you get this really nice shade of lipstick. They're also going to put the formulation on the bottom. Like I said, mine was the matte cream. And then you get this nice little card. So it has your name, the shade information, the finish that you want, and the flavor. This is good if you ever want to call the store. They said that they can ship colors out to you. If you come back into the store and you know that you love this shade, it'll be really easy for them to mix it up. So let's talk about price. Online, it's going to say that the lipsticks are all $45. This ended up being $36, which is what I thought it was before making my appointment. But when it said it was $45 or something, I was like, I want to go, so I paid. Now, while I was also there, I did use their formulation to take off your lippy, which she said is basically the liquid that is in the Lush lip wipes, and it was so amazing. So I ended up purchasing this as well. So I think my total came to about $52. But I really wanted the lipstick, and the experience was awesome. I had a really awesome time there. The lady who helped me was so nice. We were talking about Atlanta. She said, I think her boyfriend's family is from there, and I just had a really fun time. And it's just so interesting to see actually how they make your unique shade of lipstick. I don't know how I thought they made lipstick before going there, but I guess the scientist in me just really enjoyed that. Yeah, I had a really fun time. I think this is the perfect experience if you want to have like a really calm bachelorette party for your girlfriend who really is into makeup, if you want to have just a girls' night out, or it's perfect to take anybody who's visiting New York City who's into beauty. I think it's just such a fun experience, and if you have a large enough group, I believe you can have a private party in the lip lab. But I'm just so happy with the shade. I like how it turns out. It's always really hard to find the perfect shade of lipstick, at least for me. Different formulas change how they look on your actual lips in terms of how pigmented your lips are. Different shades look different on skin tones. So just being able to try on shades and make one and change it around until it's 100% perfect is just a really nice perk to be able to have. So if you're anywhere in the tri-state area, or if you're going to be visiting, I would say just go on by and see if they have an opening or make an appointment. I will leave all the information down below. The actual address, I believe, is 170 Prince Street, but I just had the best time. The whole experience was just a lot of fun. It took about 30 minutes from start to finish. I suppose if you are making more lipsticks, it could take a little longer than that, or if they're a little busier, but I went during the middle of the day and I didn't have to wait at all. It's just a great memory to have from my trip, and to know that there's always a color that's perfect and custom, and that's even named after me. So when you go there, they'll also take your email address, your name, and your shade information, so that it's in the database if you want to call and reorder. So I think I pretty much covered everything in my experience of going to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will be sure to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Do people ever make like greens
all
or
the time?
Yeah.
How does she describe it? A concrete lilac, and she wanted it to make her look dead. And I was like, hey, I am all about informed consent. If you know that that's what you want, and that's what it's gonna do for you,
She wanted
do
to
this.
make her look
And it did. Boy, did it ever. Yeah. It needs to be brighter, whiter, more pastel. paper, whatever.
I know.
Very mint. Alright, I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. You're welcome to watch or hang out, whatever you want to do.
Sure.
The centrifuge.
I think I've used one of those in college. I actually have.
There's a reason I went into the arts.
I know, I was gonna be a bio major at first, but then I failed. So I was like, well, maybe I'll switch to something a little easier.
Oh
Yeah.
no. A lot of memorization.
Oh, it's so cute.